Okay, now we have gone, let's look at what we've done so far. We have done the 3-inch figure face, and we have done the 2.5-inch figure face. Now we get down to the 2-inch face. Okay? Much smaller, much more difficult for detail. Now, before I begin this, I want to make sure and make clear, do not, if you are a beginner or if you have not carved a long time, do not attempt this, please. Do not attempt small figures like this. If you have not gained control over the knife as you should have, then don't do this, because it's dangerous. It's awful close to the hands, awful close to the it's just very difficult for small figures to be done. Now once again, I go back to my miniature stuff is hard to do, okay? When you start getting really small, you just really have to be extremely careful. As you see with the 3-inch, this was about 1.25 inches wide. This was about 1 inch wide. That's the 2.5-inch. And this is about 7/8 inch wide. You can even make it 3/4, but usually I try to keep it around 7/8 or cut it around 7/8 inch wide. Okay? So let's go ahead, be real careful. This is very close to the hands, and we're just separating this from the once again, not a whole lot different in how it's done, but I just wanted to show you again. Once again, the face is shaped like an egg. Be careful on your cuts here. I'm outside in the garage, so you might hear some you might hear some different noises. I'm continuing to move around the figure, getting a lot of it taken off. Stuff. Okay, now we've gotten the head rounded off pretty good, and once again I'm going to just slowly on each side make my nose, because to me that's my center point. That is the center point of my piece, okay? So I'm going to come here. I'm going to we'll cut right here, and we'll cut for my nose. And this is to be very, very careful because I'm using the tip of my knife. And that's why you want a small knife. I call this a 1-inch detail knife. And I carve the whole face with it because it's such a small thing to use. Now, if you put a hat on him, then you don't have to make any ears on him. Okay, see him? He's basically in that position where we can kind of start on the detail of the face now that we have the nose centered in such a way. And of course that's going to be brought down and all this. Okay. Once again, I'm going to run this down here, across there, and cut very lightly right in here, and then start to make the face. And I'm just kind of getting the areas okay. Okay. That way I can really thin the nose up a little bit in here. All right. Once again, I make the ears. It's just a truck that went by. My neighbor's truck went by. You're going to hear noises, okay, of different cars going by and stuff. I'm in my garage, in my wonderful, wonderful garage that I have been out of for close to 3 to 4 years. Actually, throughout 3.5 years, and I'm just so happy to be back in it again. I love my home. It's horrible when you lose your home. I was talking to a couple who showed up at our church for a child's baptism, and they had lost their home due to a fire. And I just knew how they felt. I tell you, it's a devastating, and I do it on the other side here, okay? It's a devastating feeling to not have a home anymore. I have a lot of empathy for the homeless people. I know a lot of them, especially a lot of them are homeless vets who have drug problems and things like that, and I just know what it's like to be without a home for a while. And even though I was staying in a place, it's just not home. Okay, here's the same thing that we're doing here. And it's so nice to have my garage back where I can work on my figures, and I like working outside. Today is a nice day and it's cold. It's cool, but it's... My son lives in Kentucky and they had a pretty bad snowstorm here the other day. Like 7-8 inches of snow fell within, I think he said it was 2 feet of snow falling an hour. So it's pretty good snow. Okay. I didn't mean to get off on that. I'm sorry. I'm cutting these ears in. A lot of times when I do a hat on them, I don't worry about the ears. I just go ahead and put the hair over the hair over there. Cut this down. Cut this down. Cut this back. And bring this down a little bit. Okay. All right. So what do we have here? Now all I'm going to do with this one is just go ahead and put a little part in his hair right here and cut this. There we go, like a part like that, in other words. Okay. Yeah, and I felt so sorry for him. I went up to him and told him about my situation. It's very sad, and his wife was pregnant, and they were wondering if anybody had a baby bed they could use. Okay, there we go. There we are. There's the hair, there's the stuff, there's the ears, and all we're going to do right here is this time we're just going to bring our age line here. And I make deep cuts, folks. I don't make light cuts. I make deep cuts because because I do a lot of flat plane work. And then I come back, I follow that up with even a deeper cut underneath the nose. Just like that. Okay. Now we can do a lot of things at how we want him to look. I mean, but basically I'm just going to come across here with his like that, and then I'm going to bring that down just a little bit more. And there we go. And we'll thin up that just a little bit. And when it comes to them being this small, I basically just do a V cut for the eyes, like this. I just come up here and I bring that nose down a little bit, and I come over here and I just basically make a V cut just like this. There we go. And the same thing over here. Make a V cut just like that, because this is small. This is a small, and from there I put my eyes in. There we go. He looks kind of sad, doesn't he? Yeah, let me bring his mouth up just a little bit over here. There we go. He's not too sad. I can even bring this up a little bit over here. Maybe smiling just a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit better. And we come here. Okay, we're almost through with him. Oh, I've got a V-tool. Gotta get my V-tool. And let me, I'm sorry, fell out of my box. I'm sorry. We're working on faces now. We're just going. Okay. Put a little bit up into there. A little bit up into there. Okay. Let me, okay, he's done. I like these corks. I really do. I like for the smaller blades, I love the corks as far as I think. All right, let me go ahead and Whittling, just so you can see. Okay, let's see. And like I said, if you are not an experienced carver or have some experience under you, please do not. All right, here's our 3-inch, here's our 2.5, and here's our 2. Okay, you see that? Now on the 2, you can't get as much detail. You can get pretty good detail, but not as much detail as you can get on the 3, the 2.5, and then the 2-inch, like that. But there's the 2.5, and you can do different faces, many different faces, but I just chose these faces for this. You can do pirates, you can do stuff like, I've done small pirates in the 2-inch, I've done all that kind of stuff. All right, there's gonna be one more we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do a 2-inch, but I'm gonna show you how to turn the head on a 2-inch. A lot of people have asked about turning the head on a 2-inch figure, because it's a little bit difficult because of the simple fact that it's 2 inch. But if you can turn the head on a 3 inch, you can turn the head on a 2 inch. So anyway, there's our 2 inch character, and God bless you now, and thank you for watching.